Hello and welcome to Aquarius Rising Tarot. This reading is going to be for Sagittarius. We are looking at the general energies for mid-September. So we're just going to let the tarot show us what we're going to talk about today. Wow. Interesting. That's a strong start. You have the Lover's card as the heart of the matter here. So I was just about to say this might be love, career, finance, family, friends, or just something you have on your mind. But we do have some love at the forefront. We also have decisions. Oh. Just going to pull a few more cards here. We're doing a Celtic cross today. And I did my you and them love readings at the beginning of the month. And I'll be doing another round of those later next week. But right now we're just going to be staying in the energy of Sagittarius. It's so funny, right as I said that, Temperance came out. I do believe that's your card. So, if you are interested in what is going on with someone you're connected to, then you can take a look at their sign. I will have all of these. Interesting. We got 2 for the final outcome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that. I should have all of these readings, all the signs up by the end of today, but could go into tomorrow morning. So, but if you don't see the sign for your person yet, the video for your person yet, it'll be out. But for now, we are going to see what is happening with Sagittarius. And you are leading into this, the heart of the matter with the Lovers. You love someone, someone loves you. Like this is balanced, this is guided. And I just feel them saying really strongly, interesting too, because I was just drawn to the angel there, that you are being guided towards the match that is exactly right for you. Like you are being guided. You can trust in that. And what's crossing you is the 9 of Pentacles. So this is very interesting energy to start with, because here we have the Lovers. That is just an amazing dynamic. That's like a twin flame soulmate at times kind of connection, but any kind of really balanced connection. But this is a powerful love. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is someone who is doing just fine on their own. It's almost as if to have the one work, the other needs to happen. So I feel like what's crossing you is that you are learning how to be good on your own, if you are on your own, in such a positive way. Like you're doing good with money, you're doing good with being in your own energy, being in your own space, really knowing yourself. That's honestly the only way to draw in that person that really is your true balance. Because if you're really hard on yourself and putting yourself down and like in a lot of negative self-talk, we attract what we put out. You might end up attracting someone that does that has that like a negative attitude towards you. And of course that's not what we want, but sometimes it's hard not to be hard on ourselves. And I see you getting really comfortable with yourself, getting really positive about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, then you draw a person that feels good about themselves and that feels good about you. And it's so much more positive. So I see you getting really grounded in your own element. And Spirit is with you and Spirit is guiding you. And I'm not saying specifically that you are on your own right now. Even in connections, even in relationships, we still have to find that positive space of being okay in our own space and okay in our own energy. That's what makes for any healthy connection, or just being healthy on your own. Like there's just a certain amount of finding that peace and finding that serenity and that confidence to to be good on your own. And it makes the connections when they come along so much more fun and so much more interesting. So in the deep past, we have the Four of Cups. This is a card about, it is a card about disappointment. It is a card about having good things, having nice things. It can be like a card about luxury and that sort of thing, but almost getting too content and too comfortable in what is, to the point that it's almost like it's almost not interesting to you, and then possibly missing out on an opportunity that Spirit has for you. Or just being so focused on what is, or so focused on what's familiar, or so focused on what you know, that you don't realize that Spirit is coming towards you with something. I'm seeing this in the same sense, though, that in the deep past, you may have had to go your own way. You may have gone through a breakup. You may have had to kind of close yourself off to someone if they weren't treating you right, or if they weren't like the right connection for you, or if you still had some things to work on yourself. In a sense, because do you see those arms folded? I feel in a way you might have just chosen that, and chosen to pass on something that wasn't working out, or something wasn't fulfilling you, or something wasn't right for you. And what you're not possibly realizing is, even as you close yourself off to those old things and let go of those old things and release those old things, Spirit is preparing something new for you. Spirit has something better planned, and it's all in its own sense perfect. Like, there is no part of this journey that isn't important. Sometimes we have to let go. Sometimes we have to say no. Sometimes we have to say, I deserve better. And that is what draws these new things, like these positive new things to you, is not settling for the things that don't fulfill. And so this is the Ace of Cups here. It's right there. And so in the past, and this is the deep past, you may have been disappointed in a connection. You may have been disappointed in love. You may have released something or someone because it was honestly something you needed to do. And it may have been painful, like it may have been disappointing, but this is the deep past here. This is the deep past. But what you didn't see is that the whole time Spirit was working on something better. And in the recent past, you are figuring some things out. This is the Star. That's Major Arcana. So are the Lovers. So two very positive Major Arcana cards. Once again, she's on her own and she's finding balance. She's healing. The Star comes right after the Tower. The Tower is a breakup, shakedown. It can be shocking news. It can be challenges. It can be an unexpected move. The Tower isn't necessarily bad. It's the card that comes right before the Star. But when you see the Star, it means that maybe you dealt with something really difficult, something surprising, something challenging, something you weren't planning for, something you weren't expecting for. Some things might have broken down or not worked out. And that's over. That's gone. That's past. Because now you're in the Star energy. Just recently, you have risen, like from the ashes of whatever challenges you faced. You have come out more unique, more yourself, more balanced. The major that we have here is Aquarius. This is Gemini. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and another major on the board is Temperance. I believe that's Sagittarius. So we do have a lot of things represented here. The majors are Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius. But you're coming out in this Aquarius energy recently. You've kind of come into this energy really owning who you are, owning your uniqueness, realizing that things aren't always going to work out the way you planned, and maybe it's just better to do your own thing. Maybe you can't depend upon other people. Maybe you can't depend upon like jobs or families or things to always come through and always be there the way that you expect. Maybe some things fall through, maybe relationships fall through, and you come and it hurts, it's painful, like we all go through those times. But you're coming out of this going, you know what? Maybe I just have to do my own thing. Maybe I have to honor who I am. Maybe it's time for me to let other people see who I am. I just see that star just shining. This is people recognizing you for who you are. This can be fame. This can be just people being aware of your unique gifts, but it's because you are healing and becoming aware of your unique gifts. You are finding a balance. You are finding like this well of wisdom and strength and intuition and love within yourself. And that's what's going to take you to the next place. Not all those things, those other things that from the past that didn't work out. It's you. It's you just finding that balance. And being just your own unique self. And something happened in the very recent past that just it brought you a sense of healing. Maybe it was just your sense of awareness of who you are, but you're beginning to rise from these challenging times. You're beginning to rise as a new person, and you will attract so much more in this new energy. You will attract new dynamics, new connections, even more positive things from people that you're previously connected to. It's like the more you become really aware of yourself and own who you are and love who you are, the better people treat you. It's just amazing when you raise your vibration. It's like the people that aren't going to respect you and appreciate you for who you are, they'll either change or leave. That's just the way it goes when you raise your vibes. And you're having an understanding of that. You're having an understanding of that you've got to be yourself no matter what, like no matter what. And what it brings, this is the Six of Wands. These are two cards also, just if you're working on something, if you're starting a new project, if it's something creative, maybe you've started your own channel or you started your own business, you started your own project, or you're just doing some new things. This is people really seeing you. These cards can even be like fame cards. This is people really being aware of who you are, what your gifts are. This is you really standing out and getting some serious recognition. So you are honestly just rising from the ashes of some disappointments and some breakdowns that you definitely faced, and learning to be really good on your own and pursuing your own this like your own unique path, whatever it is. And you're getting the recognition that you deserve because you're doing this, because you're taking the stand to be who you are. The Six of Wands, that is coming back to your hometown after winning the battle. Like that's the classic vibe of that card. And we all have our own things, like our own battles, our own personal challenges and that sort of thing. But this is like returning to a place that you may have come from, but as your true self, with people really recognizing who you are, or just attracting like a new community, a new soul tribe, because you're really getting into what matters to you. This is the Wands, their creativity, their passion, they're just doing what really matters to you, but being willing to work on those things, being willing to pursue those things. And then in your near future, we have the Page of Wands. It's a couple of things. For one, it's a message. So this is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy as well. But we do have you going through all these personal things, this transformation, just getting really comfortable in yourself. And still in the heart of the matter, we have the Lovers. Someone is on your mind, or you are connected to someone. Maybe if you haven't even met them yet, but right next to the Lovers in your very near future, we have the Page of Wands. I'm seeing a message, I'm seeing messages, I'm seeing communications, I'm seeing someone coming in and telling you how they feel about you. And I'm also seeing you starting out on a new creative path, a new course of study, a new job, or just having a fresh energy to face things that from the past. Like you are having this fresh new energy. You're feeling revived, you're feeling energized. There was a time where you just felt really frustrated and just bored with life. Like things just weren't working out the way you hoped. You were dealing with some disappointments and there was some frustration, and it was just kind of wearing you out. And then some things fell apart, some things broke down, but you rose. You rose somehow in the midst of all this. You found your spark, like you found your light, you found who you are. And as you find it, everybody else begins to see it, and you begin something new. And in the midst of all that, someone really wants to talk to you. Somebody really wants to speak to you. Someone really wants to reach out to you. Some messages, communications, a new beginning in communication. It's a fiery, passionate, but playful, kind of youthful vibe, like a very positive energy. It's a new beginning. So how you're seeing yourself is the Seven of Pentacles. It's kind of interesting because we have all this energy and really owning who you are and really being passionate. And this card it's a little bit about divine timing. It's a little about waiting for fruit to ripen. It can be about feeling like things are taking a little too long. But it is a very prosperous card. It's like the things that you have planted there, they are bringing fruit. You are getting closer to your goal. But some of you, and this is very specific, some of you might be in a job or a work that you really just weren't happy in, and you've found like this new, exciting, like spark within yourself that wants to do new things and different things. But part of you is still having to kind of check in at that old job. Maybe you're doing it, because it's like a day job thing or something like that. And this is very specific for somebody. But I'm seeing you having this huge awakening. But then maybe having to go back to work and just being like, oh, this isn't for me. This is kind of boring. Like, I know that I can do more. I know I'm capable of more, and you're in a bit of a waiting stance. Like, is this going to bear fruit? Is it worth it to be here? Or do I need to set out and to do my own thing? So that's very specifically for some people, and you're going to know if that's you or not. But this card is all about divine timing. It's like we do our part, and then there's a part of it that is a part that is waiting for Source to do the rest. And I feel like you have started some things, and you have planted some seeds and some positive things, and they are growing. But if you are waiting on something, you can absolutely trust that you're going to know exactly what to do, exactly when, and divine timing is absolutely at hand. Which is interesting because the way people are seeing you is Temperance. It's very patient. That's a very balanced. That is spirit, like working on things and bringing you. I often see the Two of Cups here, and especially if I'm seeing love in a reading, and it's kind of spirit working on those two cups, pouring it back and forth, and I kind of see the Two of Cups and the Star as well. And then we have the Lovers. And yet, in a lot of these cards, you're very much on your own. I feel like you're finding all this balance on your own. And as you find that balance on your own, Spirit is like looking like everywhere for that person that is the perfect balance to you, and creating that and bringing you to them and guiding you. And you're honestly guided by yourself, by your own energy, your own intuition. Like, you have a knowing. When you really like strike out and do what you're passionate about, you meet new people, you attract new experiences. And since you are becoming more positive and more centered in yourself, you're going to meet people that just treat you really well, people that really see you for who you are. So Spirit is working on these two cups. Spirit is working on your connection. Spirit is working on your love. Spirit is working on your work, because I see you. I see you in your work, but thinking about what you really want to do, thinking about what you know that you want to do, possibly thinking about someone that you want to be with. But Spirit has it. Spirit has it. There is divine timing here. Absolutely. And I do see some things really happening for you in Sagittarius season. As your birthday season nears, some things are going to unfold, and you're going to realize whatever it is you're waiting for in this card is going to like bloom and blossom and provide what it's meant to provide. Something is unfolding for you. Something is unfolding in divine timing. It might surprise you. It might be like something unexpected financially, or it might be this message about somebody really opening up and saying what they feel. But it is divine timing, and I do see it happening as you get closer to your birthday. That is for certain. At least by then you're gonna know. Like, you're gonna know something new, something positive that you've been manifesting is being revealed. Spirit is working on it. So in your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Wands. That it's so interesting to me when I see like the such a positive card come up in that hopes and fears place, because you have two of the kind of like twin flame, divine connection, like 1111 sort of cards. These are connections. This is someone that you plan to meet in this life, that you plan to meet up with, that you plan to build with, to grow with, to learn with. And it's like you feel them out there and they feel you. With the Four of Wands, this is actually choosing to be together. This is choosing to build a life together. This can be moving in together. This can be getting married. This can be taking things to the next level. But this is you choosing to be with someone else and choosing to build a life with them. And it's very positive. It's very positive. I'm guessing with it coming in and that sort of hopes and fears, you really do want to be with someone, but you've also learned how to be good on your own. And to be with someone, it does mean changing some things. It means changing some of the things about how you live and what you do. And even moving in with someone can be a shakeup, but somebody's seriously thinking about that. And you're seeking like source or whatever you consider your higher power for wisdom on how to move forward in this connection. For some of you, you're seriously thinking about taking things to the next level with someone. And there's a part of you that really wants it, and there's a part of you that they just said afraid to trust. Someone out there is a little afraid to trust, but you know what? You've been through some disappointing circumstances in the deep past. Like, it's no surprise if you are a little afraid to trust. But this is a very positive energy. But in your outcome, this is really interesting. We have the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Cups. This is a guarded card. This is someone who has been through some things. This is someone who has faced some challenges. They are still standing. They are taking a stand for what they're passionate about, but they don't want to be hurt again. If you've been through some hurts, if you've been through some pain, some disappointments, it's like you're looking out there, you don't want to be hurt again, and yet there is so much love. The Queen of Cups is it's one of the strongest love cards in the tarot. She's so generous. She's so kind. She's so loving, compassionate, open-hearted, and she expresses her emotions. She is just absolutely like divine love. So the love is there. The love is absolutely there. But there's a little part of you that's kind of afraid to trust it. And that's okay. I really feel like Spirit is saying, take your time. Your heart is opening. You are recovering from some tough things. You're rebuilding a new way of being, a new life for yourself. And divine timing is at hand. So as you open up to this love, the love is there. The love is absolutely there. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. That is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. Like I said, that doesn't necessarily need to be the signs. I just like to point them out. That's your... I do see you letting your guard down, Sagittarius. I do see you opening up to this love. To see these two cards together, you have been guarded, but I see with the final card being the Queen of Cups, you being open to love, opening up your heart, and that's what draws this to you. It is a higher, more positive vibration than you have dealt with in the past, because you have come through and you are treating yourself better, Sagittarius. You are being kinder and gentler and more loving with yourself. And as you do that, other people just treat you better too. That's just the way of it. So I do see you possibly making some new beginnings, possibly making some changes with work, or seriously thinking about that. If you are starting on a new project, I do see you getting acclaim. I do see you being recognized. I do see that going really well. I see it's okay to be patient. Like, if you are that person that is sort of juggling maybe a day thing and starting this other thing, it's okay to be patient. And it's okay that if you do have to They're saying to someone, if you do have to go to work or if you do have to go to that boring job, you know, don't be afraid to just let your mind wander and dream and fantasize about what you really want, and get yourself in that energy and that vibration of that work that you really want, that you're really passionate about, because you're drawing it to yourself. You're drawing complete new beginning. And you're also drawing in that love. But you're not on your own with this. As you open your heart, Spirit is working this all out. Spirit is out there looking for that perfect person, or helping heal you and someone else that you may have been connected to, that's meant to be in your life. Spirit is working on this. Spirit is working on people's hearts. Spirit's working on your heart. Spirit's working on their heart, whether it be a past person or a new person. You're the only one that knows that. But there is divine timing. There is... Source has got this. So you can really trust that you are on the right path, that you're going to make the right decision. And as you heal, as you open up your heart, as you allow yourself to trust again and to love again, but to really love yourself and really treat yourself well, Spirit's going to bring in that person that is going to be kinder and gentler and more loving and more positive and more honest and more open, and just more of a match for you than anyone has been so far. So even if it is someone coming back from the past, they are coming back changed. They are coming back changed. That's really up to you what you choose to do with it. It really is. But this honestly could be a brand new person coming in, or it can be a message from somebody saying, hey, I've thought about things, I've worked on things, I want to give this another try, I want to take this to the next level. It's really up to you. It's really up to you, Sagittarius. If you're ready to trust, if you're ready to open your heart up. But the love that you deserve is there. Spirit is definitely working on it. You can absolutely trust in that. But really take care of you. They're just telling me that the kinder you are to yourself, the kinder everyone else will be to you. So someone needed to hear that. I hope that something in here resonated and something in here spoke specifically to you and your situation and gave you the inspiration, guidance, or wisdom that you needed. If it didn't feel right for you, no worries. That's just another way of, when we know what's wrong for us, we know what's right for us. So when something doesn't resonate, that just gives you more insight into what is true for you. So own that. Just own that. Decide what is yours and decide what is not. And be good to you. So I want to thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. I think my Sagittarius you and them reading was one of the strongest readings I have ever had so far on this channel. So thank you, Sagittarius. Several of you ordered personal readings. It's been a blast getting to know you. If any of you are interested in a personal reading, you can find different options at AquariusRisingTarot.com. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you would. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like. But I want to thank you, Sagittarius, for your support and connecting with you all. It has been an absolute blast. I love it, and I look forward to connecting with you more. I will be putting out, as I said, some you and them readings concerning you and your person later next week, and so I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much.